we know that you could, oh, thank you. We know that you can be anywhere else tonight, but you chose to be here in the Family Institute session, benefit of multilingualism. That is the topic of tonight's conversation. But if you do not, if you need interpretation services, we're going to give you that information right now. I'm going to do it in Spanish. Si necesita servicio de interpretación, le voy a dar la información ahora. Y si usted está en una computadora, en la parte baja de la pantalla habrá un globo de interpretación. Haga clic en ese globo y seleccione donde dice Spanish. Pero si usted está en un dispositivo móvil, ya sea un teléfono o una tableta, esto es lo que tiene que hacer. En la parte baja de la pantalla, toca el icono de elipse en la parte baja derecha. Toque donde dice Language Interpretation y después toque donde dice Spanish y de esta manera va a poder ver o escuchar, mejor dicho, la información que vamos a estar dando en este taller. So please sign in on our secure participant sign-in portal that we are going to drop in the chat. If you cannot access the form, then please introduce yourself by writing in the chat box. You can write your name, your email address, the school your children attend, and the reason for attending this session.
Neftali, I'm sorry to interrupt. Are you sharing your screen or do you wish
No.
to share? Okay.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Thank you. So remember we would like to have, if you can, camera on, microphone muted, share your thoughts and write question in the chat box. And please remember, again, to complete our exit poll at the end of the presentation. We also like to have some norm for participation. Please respect one another, engage transparently, commit to our mission and each other, and my time matters. And also, we want to focus on what is being said in the presentation. So why Family Institute session? Why are we here? Well, PGCPS needs you, the parent, the guardian, to be engaged as partner in this unprecedented time of challenge and changes to our shared purpose of educating our children. Your wisdom, parents, your talent and energy are needed in the best interest of all our children. And that's why we are here today. And like I said, the topic for tonight's presentation is a benefit of multilingualism. Again, the presenters for today are Dr. Kenny and Ms. Dulce Santos from the Department of English Language and Development. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to Dr. Kenny and Ms. Santos. It's all yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Ms. Santos, do you want to share your screen so we can start to have the presentation? We're excited to be here with you this evening. I am Melissa Canny. I'm the supervisor for the English Language Development Program, and we are excited to talk to you tonight about the benefits of multilingualism. In Prince George's County, the English Language Development Program provides support to students who are learning English, and we provide courses as well as supports to the students in the classroom, as well as professional development to the teachers and supports to families. Throughout the county, we also have various ways to support children in learning languages, not only through English language development and helping bilingual students in enhancing their English, but we also have the World Language Program, which helps students learn other programs, as well as our immersion programs in the district. So for tonight, oh, did you want to introduce yourself yet, Dulce? Go ahead.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Dulce Santos, Multilingual Family Engagement Specialist. Thank you for being here with us tonight.
Thank you, Ms. Santos. And so for tonight, we're going to tell you a little bit about the benefits of multilingualism. We'll discuss the cognitive, cultural, and career benefits for our students. We will also share a little bit about the seal of biliteracy and why it's important and its significance to your children. And then we'll talk about ways that you as your family can support multilingual development. Now I'll turn it over to Ms. Santos.
Thank you, Dr. Kenny. So the first question we have here is why multilingualism matters. So multilingualism is more than just speaking two or more languages. It's a superpower that benefits the brain. It leads to academic success and social connections. When children grow up using multiple languages, think about it in this format that they're developing their mental flexibility. They learn to switch between languages, and it strengthens their problem solving, creativity, and memory. And studies have shown that multilingual individuals often perform better on standardized tests. They demonstrate stronger academic skills. And it's also easier to learn additional languages in the future, opening more doors to lifelong learning. So we're going to get into a little bit more of the details of the benefits, the specific benefits to multilingualism. So first of all, it does enhance cognitive skills. Multilingual individuals have sharper cognitive abilities. Learning and switching between the languages strengthens brain functions, as I mentioned before, and it improves focus, it improves creativity, and also adaptability. So, for example, research has shown that multilingual children develop stronger memory retention, which essentially does support academic growth. Next, we have academic performance. So multilingual students tend to excel academically as they often display stronger reading comprehension and critical thinking skills. And again, research has shown that multilingual students achieve higher success rates in college level courses and specialized programs, thanks to their advanced language skills. Multilingualism also promotes cultural pride and empathy. It fosters, so being able to speak multiple language helps children connect with their heritage and cultural identity, building a sense of pride. So when families continue to speak their home language at home, they pass on traditions and values, keeping that culture alive. It also deepens family ties. It preserves the heritage language. It also strengthens family bonds. So imagine your child being able to communicate with grandparents or extended family members in their native language. It creates those long-lasting connections. And then it also promotes empathy. Multilingual individuals are often more open-minded and empathetic, as they are exposed to different worldviews through language and culture. Additionally, another great benefit as to why multilingualism matters is that it offers a competitive edge in higher education and the workforce. So in higher education, multilingual students are more likely to pursue college and advanced degrees, as their language skills give them access to more opportunities. Colleges often seek students with bilingual abilities, giving multilingual students an advantage during admissions. It also has career benefits. So the job market highly values multilingual professionals. Companies are seeking employees who can communicate with diverse clients and global partners. A great statistic that we have found is that bilingual households have the potential to earn $15,519 more annually, highlighting the beneficial finances of language skills.
Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the Maryland Seal of Biliteracy. So let's watch a short video to hear a little bit about what it is.
Hi, my name is Stephanie, and biliteracy is my superpower. Hi, my name is Melanie, and biliteracy is my superpower.
Hi, my name is Manuel. Biliteracy is my superpower because it allows me to connect with my family and other people.
The Seal of Biliteracy is a wonderful program for students in high school.
It is a seal that appears on the diploma and on the transcript.
For my students, whether they're native speakers or not native speakers, they have to prove their proficiency levels in 2 languages. Did you speak smoothly or did you have to keep taking pauses? To have them to increase their proficiency in reading, writing, listening, and speaking makes them more valuable to the world. If you're actual interpreters, then maybe you'll have this vocabulary that you can use and go back and reflect on.
The seal of biliteracy is a recognition given to students who demonstrate an ability to speak, write, read, and listen in English and another language.
We are such a diverse county that, there are so many languages, cultures represented, and we need to celebrate that. So when the students, the ELD students that are here, we don't want them to forget their culture and their language because that's who they are.
Always embrace your culture. Heritage is beautiful. It's really beautiful. Each culture is unique, and I feel like it's important to not only connect with it, but also embrace and teach and know that that's your culture.
I think it's a great accomplishment. I think it's really unique that I can not only have more opportunities, but also the fact that I can have it on like my transcript, for example, and the fact that I can speak both languages. I can communicate with twice as many people as, let's say, just speak one language. It opens up the door for so many more opportunities and so many more things in general.
We want parents and people to know that having another language is an asset. They can go forth with greater opportunities in employment, in education.
When you start jotting down these vocabulary words, make sure that you keep this paper. It's open to everybody. For example, one of the students, Stephanie. Stephanie is a native Spanish speaker. But when she was in 9th grade, she decided to take American Sign Language.
I'm proud that I earned the Seal of Biliteracy because it shows that all my hard work is not for nothing.
To see her really makes me proud, makes me happy for her and for all those other students that make it.
When you study for that test, you're studying for the grammar, the syntax, that vocabulary. So you're preparing yourself, and on your own, you're improving your skills.
It's nice to see that success. So I've seen that success, this past year with one of our alumni who graduated and she's using it.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Angie Castellano. I will be your interpreter for this session. I wanted to be an interpreter because of my family. I feel like every job I wanted before, had thought of wanting before, it really did tie into my family, what's going on with them or how I could help them.
At the end of the year before graduation, beautiful gold medal.
It is not only for those who speak another language already, but for English speakers that are willing to go to the educational effort to learn another language.
Hopefully more students can take advantage of the program. We're opening up to more languages. And so I think that's really going to help the students and make them feel proud of their language and their culture.
The seal of illiteracy is really a way that students can see themselves as global citizens of the world.
It's really important to keep our culture with us wherever we go. You can do it, and you can use that power you have in multilingualism to help others.
Thank you. So as you can see from what the students shared and the teacher and the lady who started the Seal by Literacy, that this is a very beneficial award for our students. It is awarded to students who are in high school who demonstrate proficiency in English and another language. And as you noticed in the video, sign language is considered another language. So it can be many different languages. Last school year, we had 272 students in Prince George's County who earned the Seal by Literacy. You see the languages that they earned them in Spanish, Japanese, French, Latin, Portuguese, and German. And so when we look at the benefits, the students in the videos shared some of the benefits, but it really highlights the students' academic achievement, how they are excelling, not only in English, but in another language. It also provides an advantage in college admissions with that seal of biliteracy on their transcript. And as Ms. Santos shared, there is a pay differential. And oftentimes when people are employed and they speak another language, they're given more money. So what does it take to get the seal of biliteracy? The students have to pass the high school English language arts literacy assessment, which is given, it's called the MCAP or the HSA. They also have to reach at least an intermediate level on an ACT-FUL scale, which is the assessment that assesses foreign languages. They then have to be a graduate of a Maryland public high school. Those are the three requirements. Once the first two are met, it is added on to a student's transcript, and they're given a nice, beautiful medal. And so how do we support you in Prince George's County at achieving those goals? So in Prince George's County, we have the immersion programs in French, Spanish, and Chinese. We also have world languages classes in middle school and high school, and in some elementary schools that help students begin to learn language and to help to enhance their scores. And then we also have our English language development course, which helps students who already are proficient or may be proficient in their native language to obtain English. There is a potential bill in the state of Maryland where there would be a new score requirement for multilingual learners. And as soon as they scored a certain score on their access exam, which is given every year, which it's potentially going to be a 3.5, and we exit students at a 4.0. So if they score a 3.5, they would have met that English proficiency. And so then they would just need to take the native language exam. And so our office is looking at different ways that we can highlight and help our multilingual learners succeed and pass that seal of biliteracy exam, the ACT-FUL exam in their native language.
Thank you, Dr. Kenny. So now we may wonder, how do we support multilingualism? So first of all, families can embrace language diversity through their community and school. And then we'll also talk a little bit later about how they can embrace language diversity at home. So first, in the community, you can attend your local cultural festivals. Many times they are featured at your school, but these events can also be featured through Parks and Recreation or the Prince George's Library System. They may also offer language clubs or groups for students and families to practice the language and learn more about the culture. In schools, like Dr. Kenny mentioned, we do have 12 immersion schools with 6 models of immersion education throughout the county. And currently it's being offered for Spanish, French, and Chinese. There is a lottery system, a lottery process for the immersion program, and the applications are generally open between November and February. Many schools also offer extended learning programs and clubs for for their students. Additionally, multilingual learners, like as Dr. Kenny shared, where students whose first language is not English take part of the English language development program. They do receive language support from a certified teacher who has extensive knowledge of second language acquisition using effective strategies to meet their needs. So we want to explore some practical ways you can support multilingual development at home. The first one is encourage conversations. Regularly speak your home language with your children. It strengthens their bilingual abilities and build confidence. As additionally, our library system also offers Rosetta Stone. So if you would like to learn another language that your child perhaps is learning as well, this is a great platform for you to use, and then you can practice those conversations with your child. Reading together. We can't reiterate this enough. Your schools probably tell you all the time, 20 minutes of reading, and we even say it can be in the native language. So you can read in multiple languages, and it can include bilingual storybooks, especially if you have younger children. It boosts language comprehension and vocabulary. Music and media, play music, watch movies, watch the news, follow podcasts in different languages. Exposure through entertainment makes language more enjoyable. And perhaps, especially if you have children in their teenage years, they may be more willing to practice that language as well. We also want to create a language-rich environment. So labeling objects around the house in both languages will be beneficial. This is a practice that even some schools also practice in their classrooms or around the building, just having signage in multiple languages. It does reinforce language recognition and it boosts vocabulary. Cooking and culture as well. Cook traditional recipes and share stories in your language. It's a fun and interactive way to pass on cultural knowledge. And this is all we have for this evening. Thank you for your attention and participation. I hope this session has inspired you to continue fostering multilingualism in your homes and communities. Remember, your children's language skills are a powerful asset that will benefit them academically, socially, and professionally. And thank you again for supporting multilingualism. And I believe now we are ready perhaps for some questions, Mr. Ortiz.
Yes, if we have some questions that you want to ask, you can unmute and go ahead and ask the question. Anybody has a question for Dr. Kenny and Ms. Santo?
Hi.
Yes, please.
I just wanted to make sure that, did I hear it correctly? You said that all students can qualify for the bilingual certificate seal that's on their diploma, regardless of what.
Go ahead, finish.
Regardless of what their backgrounds are?
Correct. So there's multiple ways. So if you're a native English speaker, you would need to pass high school English, and then you would also need to take a world languages course and pass the ACTFL exam at an intermediate level. So for a native English speaker, that would be the course. And for our multilingual learners, they would also need to pass the ACTFL for their language. And then there's the potential that they would be able to use their English language proficiency exam or pass high school English.
Thank you. And it also doesn't matter which school they attend. They don't have to attend the immersion schools?
Correct. So high schools are given allotments, and so it's based on, at high school, it's based on the world languages courses they're in. And so if your child is enrolled in Spanish or French, and they want to earn the certificate, just make sure they're reaching out to their teacher at the beginning of the year next year. They usually take the assessments and assign the students now, but just make sure they're reaching out and say, I'm interested, because there's not enough licenses to test everybody. If they're in the immersion program, most of the students are tested.
Thank you.
Sure.
Great question. ¿Alguna pregunta si tienen si tienen preguntas, por favor, de hacerla. Puede quitar el micrófono y hablar.
Buenas tardes.
Buenas.
Una pregunta. Los niños, si los niños que quieren ser parte de este programa, ellos tienen que terminar la high school o, por ejemplo, yo tengo niños en la middle school, o ellos no pueden ser parte de este programa.
So 8th grade, there is a test, right, Dr. Kenny, as well?
Yes, but normally they test in high schools. But we're looking at potentially starting for our multilingual learners at a younger age, but normally the immersion students test at a younger age, and then world languages, it depends. But yes, they can test in 8th grade.
Entonces, la mayor parte de los estudiantes sí tienen que graduarse de high school y por lo regular el examen se hace en la escuela secundaria, pero también hay pocos programas que están dejando que los estudiantes hagan el examen en la escuela media de middle school, pero más información sobre eso va a salir, pero como le decimos, el porcentaje más alto son los estudiantes que ya están inscritos en la high school y para recibir el sello.
Ok. Está bien, gracias.
Do you mind repeating that in English, Dulce? I don't know if you can.
Yes, sorry. So the majority of our students do test make the assessments for English proficiency and then the world language proficiency at the high school level. However, as Dr. Kenny mentioned, we are trying to have procedures in place so we can have more of the middle school children being able to test and receive that seal in their transcript already in middle school, and they will still receive the medal when they graduate.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Excellent. Good questions. Keep it coming. If you have any more questions, just unmute and go ahead and talk. Si tiene otra pregunta, solamente dele a su micrófono y comience a hacer su pregunta. Muy bien. So I guess there's no more questions. Can you please tell us how we can get in contact with you, Ms. Santos, and with you, Dr. Kinney?
Sorry, I
Sure.
took it. So our email address is listed here on the slide. Email tends to be the best way to get in contact with us. However, we do have a phone number where you can also call, and we do have bilingual staff members that can answer the phone. We'll drop that phone number. Oh, Dr. Kenny already dropped the phone number on the chat. So, but email tends to be the best way to contact us. So la mejor forma que se pueden contactar con nosotros sería por correo electrónico. También que estás aquí en la pantalla para la doctora Kenny y para mí. También tenemos un número de teléfono donde pueden llamar y tenemos personal que pueden contestar en dos lenguajes, español e inglés, pero por lo regular, correo electrónico es la mejor manera de contactarse con nosotros.
Very good. And I see that you dropped also in the chat the email where they can contact you and also the phone number. So check the chat and you'll have all this information. And if you haven't registered yet for tonight's session, you haven't signed in, please do. I just dropped the link so you can do that. Any other questions?
Quick question. What is
Yes.
the name of this session? Bilingual? Like, I'm filling out the Google form.
I'm gonna put
Oh,
it
okay.
on the screen so it's easier for you.
Mhm.
There we go.
I guess that would be helpful in the future. Benefits of multilingualism. Okay, great. Thanks.
No problem.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Great, excellent. Any other question that you might have? No? Well, this was very interesting, right? Really nice, really good information for tonight, right? And again, this PowerPoint and video will be posted. So please sign in so that we can go ahead and send it to you all. We also have more session Institute Family virtual Family Institute sessions, and the next one, it will be April 8th. And the theme is ready, set, and summer break. We know that the summer is just around the corner, right? And we want our students, our kids to get ready, and we don't want them to lose during the summer what they have learned the whole school year. So we are the Department of Family and Community Partnership. So if you need to get in contact, our phone number is 301-618-7356. And we really would love for you to come in and check out our other session. It's very informative. So we share the invitation to everybody. And I would love to say thank you to Dr. Kenny and Miss Dulce Santo for being here today, and to everybody here. Like we said at the beginning of the presentation, you could have been anywhere else, right? Anywhere else you could have been, but no, you chose to be here. And that's a testament of how much you care about your child's well-being and also about your child education. So thank you very much for being here, and you all have a pleasant night. And we see you next time. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.